All right, well, good evening, everybody. This is, my name is Ken Johnson, and this is
Cameron Lindsay.
You're going to have to talk a little bit louder. Remember, we got you're over there.
Right.
Only got one mic here, so and we're going to have to move you over there. The sponsor logo is, so come over here a little bit closer here. So, what are you doing?
Carrying the chair.
Why are you going over there?
I think I'm over here.
No, I wanted you just to kind of move a little bit here. So let's see.
Wait.
There we go. It's messy over there. Come over here on this side again. It's too messy over there. I need to clean the weather office. So I need to do some reorganization over here in the weather office. What I really need to do. So, sure, yeah, it'll probably make a bit of a fuzzy sound there in the microphone. So, but just get on this side of the.
Wrong angle, bro.
I know it's like a mirror. It's always the opposite of what you think there. So, all right. So this is evening weather with Ken Johnson and
Cameron Lindsay.
And if you missed us last night, we had some fun on here talking about just stuff. And we are talking about stuff again tonight on Facebook Live. I'm actually live on YouTube as well here. So, yeah, I did my YouTube live there as well. So we're trying to do some different things here with it. We're trying to have some fun here. You know, it's really in a very quiet time of the year weather-wise, Cameron. There's just not a whole lot that goes on.
Ain't nothing going on.
No, and we've talked about this from time to time, how it makes our job. People say, oh, you have an easy job this time of the year. No, actually, it's hard.
Yeah, it's I don't say underrated, but like you said, it sounds like people think it's easy, but it's hard because you got to keep it fresh and 5 days a week.
That's right. That's right. You know, yeah, you can make it hard. I mean, it's a situation where, you know, if you just come in and just show just whatever, you can make it very, very easy and be on autopilot.
But we don't want to be.
No, we got to find ways to keep it interesting. So we have to come up with some new things. So this is something we've kind of toyed with from time to time. Is something like this here. We've talked about a podcast. We tried doing one of those. It wasn't successful. We've never really published it. It just wasn't successful.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
So we've tried some different things. We're trying something different here. This is kind of like a weather talk show, if you will. It's not going to be all weather. It's going to be, of course, weather central, weather driven, but we're also going to have a lot of fun with it too. It won't be all serious unless we have to be, right?
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing to be serious.
No, there ain't nothing to be serious about right now.
Man.
So we're gonna have a little fun with it here. So, you know, now this time of the year and this time of the day, there may not be. We got well, those are guys. Those numbers I'm looking at are pathetic. We got 11 people watching, 11 plus 6 on the news channel, 6 side of things. That gives us 17. I got 3 on YouTube. We have less than 20 people watching this. I blame you, Cameron.
It's the haircut.
It's the new. So Cameron got him a new haircut today. If you look at him.
Well, it's not a new haircut. I just got a haircut. I just got it. Oh, dude, look, oh my gosh, might have not taken enough off the top, but it's better to. I don't know.
Yeah, we got this. Cameron's got this new beard look going on there.
It's temporary. There was just a bit of a mishap, and we just gotta let it regrow.
Yeah, it's so tell everybody the story about the mishap there.
So we came in, he came in, and I like my barber. My barber's pretty good. Shaved it down, and and he cut it down. And look, normally he does really good. I mean, he does. He's a good barber, and normally he swings it. But he just went too far down, and it was really off. And then next thing you know, I had like a runway underneath my chin, and I was like, I can't do that, man. That's not a good look. So, long story short, we just kind of went with just a chin strap. It was either clean shaven, and I hate being clean shaven, but I'm borderline clean shaven right now. But you know, we just shaved it off down to a chin strap, and then he said it'll grow in more evenly now.
It does look like a chin strap.
It's a chin strap right now. I'm not crazy for it, but it grows back.
Yep. So what do y'all think on Facebook? Do you like Cameron's new little beard there he's got on there? Do you like the little?
No.
Give a little bit of an angle, show them what's going on there. You can see that
it's nice on the side. Like, it looks good on the side.
Yeah.
But then, like, normally, it fills in more over here. But
you kind of look like maybe a baseball player, maybe. I've seen baseball players with that look, or maybe a rapper. I've seen some rappers with that look before.
I'm just me. I'm just a weather guy.
Yeah, okay. I mean, honestly, I don't think it looks bad, honestly. I like a little bit more of a thicker beard,
yes.
You know, but, of course, I don't have a beard, and the reason that I don't have a beard is my wife does.
Baby face.
No, yeah. My wife doesn't like facial hair, so I don't grow one because I love my wife, and I want my wife to, want me to kiss her, and if I have facial hair, she'll say no. So there you go.
Yeah, so I like having my beard. It just makes me, I don't.
See, look, Carl says it looks distinguished.
Is that a good thing?
See, I don't think you look distinguished. I think you look like a young man. I've seen young men have this look before. I don't, like I say, I don't think it's a bad look at all, honestly.
No,
So.
I just I don't hate it. Like that's why I left it. As either this or clean shaven. I hate being clean shaven. I grew the beard out going into my senior year of college, and I liked it. And it stuck, and that's how I advertised myself going into this field. And especially as a storm chaser, it gives me a little bit more of that that gruntle look.
Right. Well, you came in when you first came here. Your beard was too thick, and it didn't look good.
Yeah, but now we got right. So now it's short.
Then you shaved it all off, and you looked goofy. You did. You looked goofy. I mean, and I'm not making fun of you. You look goofy. You look goofy.
I know I look goofy.
So we can fast forward several months, a year later, and Cameron hit the gym hard. He's been working out really hard. And he's changed some looks about him, and he's actually looking nice, man. How much weight have you lost?
Right now, I've lost since my max weight, which came about the fall. So all the stuff you see on the billboards, the TV.
Oh yeah, you look to that billboard is just not a good. That's not a flattering picture of you.
Yeah, the billboard, the commercials, anything that like I'm in my blue suit with my red tie, like I was 35 pounds heavier at the time, so I've lost 35 pounds. It's kind of been I'm kind of like hitting a wall pretty hard right now. So like I'm still doing my normal
It's got a
stuff.
plateau, yeah.
I'm at a really hard plateau right now. And I'm just trying not trying, but I'm trying really hard to get past this plateau. Because as I wake up, you have your morning weight. I can go to the gym, work off the morning weight, but I cannot break past the plateau. I mean, I keep doing my thing. I need to add a little more to it, but it's just my time is like today. I did my full thing, but normally I do extra cardio lately, but I didn't have time today as I had to go get a haircut.
Well, it's all diet, man. You may need to go to you could go do the what is this called, the keto diet, maybe cut all your carbs out. Maybe?
I do borderline keto. I don't do zero carb because zero carb, I mean, is it hard? Like, is it sound like cheesy? Be like, oh, I don't want to do it because it's hard. Like, yes, kind of, but like, I just basically my diet. It's like an all natural diet. Like I eat, eggs.
So that guy says, looks like the barbershop went to work in the weather booth.
But
but look at this person here. Marcia says, "Now love it now. You look great."
Thank you, Marcia.
I don't know. I mean, but she could be flirting with you. She could be hitting on you a little bit there. I think she's trying to tell you look handsome. That's good, Marcia. That's good, Marcia. He needs a compliment. So thank you there. So.
Yeah. So my diet, Ken, is pretty I just call it natural. I eat eggs. I eat meat, veggies, fruits. My biggest problem when I was bigger was I still have it in me. I love soda. And soda, we were talking about earlier, soda is bad for you. Yeah. So cut that out alone, and it's fine. But all I drink now is just water, to make it not spicy, but spice it up. It's put a little bit of Mio in there, but that's about it. Like every once in a while, like if you text me, like, hey, let's go to, was it Parkway or whatever?
Oh,
yeah,
I love
sure,
going to
I'll
Parkway.
Go to Parkway.
Yeah, I love going to Parkway.
It's not my normal go-to daily meal, if that makes sense.
Right. Well, these days it's so freaking expensive to go to the grocery store and cook. It's cheaper to go if it's just you, or if it's just you and your wife. It's so much easier just to go to the pick up something fast food and go home and eat it. I mean, it's cheaper to do it that way. Yeah. If I go to the grocery store to create a meal, I'm going to spend at least $30. Yeah. I can go to like you were saying yesterday, McDonald's, $5 now.
It's not bad. Like I said, it's a good little meal to kind of, if you're in a rush, like the idea behind fast food is you don't have time. You know what I mean?
Right. So
maybe you want to wait till you have dinner, but you're really hungry. So like that $5 meal deal, really good deal.
Okay. All right. So, but you're leaving us tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm going to a wedding.
Going to a wedding. Where's the wedding at?
And it's not in, but it's around Hattiesburg, Mississippi. It's in a small town, but it's near Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Are you excited about the wedding?
Yeah, I mean, I just hate driving to Dallas.
So you got to drive to Dallas early in the morning and then fly out, and then you're back on when? Saturday night late?
Sunday morning.
But you'll have fun. You'll see your buddies, and you'll have a good time.
I'll see my college friends, but it's just driving to
it's
Dallas.
going to be a party. I'm for sure. Receptions and sometimes the alcohol flows.
There's no reception.
There's no reception? Well, I mean, then maybe after the wedding.
There's a dinner, but it sounds like it's pretty uptight.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I mean, it is what it is. I respect them, and it's what they want to do.
I used to video weddings back in the early part of my career to make some extra funds. I would video weddings, and man, that was a hard job. But man, usually, you go to the receptions. Usually, it was a big party.
It would be fun. It's especially like you said, it's just a big party. And I mean, when you go to a wedding, you're not going to know a lot of people there. Let's be honest, but Like you just take a couple of your buddies, you get in your little group, and you have fun at a big party, and then like you said, one thing leads to another. You're making friends all over the place.
Yep, and sometimes the bridesmaids that are single might like to talk to the groomsmen that are single. In this case, Weatherman Cam here. So
That is me. I am the
I like Marsh's idea for crock pot meals, but I'm Cameron. Right now, I'm hung up on a project at home. I'm trying to make a vanity, a bathroom vanity. And, that kind of work is easy if you have the right tools and everything and all the right and the right knowledge. And this is one of those things. I'm a do-it-yourselfer, but a lot of it I'm just learning as I go.
Right.
And I don't quite have all the right tools, so I've made it very difficult. And it's and there again, it's expensive to do these kinds of things. So I'm kind of bogged down on that a little bit. So yeah, it's not a lot of fun. But
I hope there's some type of like reception of some degree afterwards because I really want to hear Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba.
Yeah.
How does that go?
I can't sing it on here.
Mo Bamba. What song is on Mo Bamba? I don't remember. I've heard you talk about it.
Okay, remember that video I showed you of Michigan and Penn State?
Oh yeah.
That song.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I like that. So no, Ty, I wouldn't make a
No,
good
Ken is
wingman.
not a
No,
good wingman.
I'm a married. Listen, I'm a married man, and that doesn't. Married man and wingman don't go good together. Let me tell you, the best wingman you can ever have is a married woman, because the married woman can help you out as long as the husband is there too. I think that Ryan, your friend Ryan, would be a good wingman too. So I mean, he's always said, hey, look, man,
you've had about 10 wingman opportunities and 0 have worked out.
well, I can't do that. Number one, I'm too old, and I'm your boss, your superior. I can't be running around doing those kinds of things. But and again, I'm married. I'm just not going to go do those. My wife would not be happy with that. And there's old saying, "Happy wife, happy life," and I gotta keep that part of it happy. So, nope, I don't put myself in bad positions there. So, hello there, Joelle. I guess that's her name.
From Bowie.
Yeah, I'm bad. I'm really bad with that. So, Cameron, we're going to talk a little bit about something. Weather's pretty quiet here, and we're going to get into climate a little bit and climate change some. And I had a post I shared, and it was 100% not meant to be political, but there were some yahoos out there that tried to make it political and tried to to bash me and what just sometimes and I don't know why it is in today's world, when you disagree with somebody, you have to be so ugly.
Yeah, that's kind of just how it is now.
When I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, you disagree with them, like, okay, and then you were still friends. But
Now
these
it's like-
days, man, they're like vultures, man. They come up and they start circling the circling, and they come down on you, man. I don't know why that is.
I don't know. I wish it wasn't like that.
And yeah, no, in this business though, I've been in it for a long time, and I'm just, I don't get offended. I just don't. Yeah, you can.
Thick skin.
You can say what you want to me, but you're not going to rival me. You're just not, or you're not going to offend me. You're just not going to.
No, I can hurt your feelings.
Well, Cameron might make me cry sometime, but no, I actually vice versa on that one there. So,
What?
so yeah, I'm the one that makes you cry.
Right.
I'm the one that says, Cameron, you need to come in and you need to get this done now.
Yeah, that's what he says.
And he does. He comes in and he does what I tell him to. Actually, Cameron's Cameron and Jaden both are fantastic, guys to work with, and they're both. I don't really have to do that because a lot of times they already do it before I have to tell them. But then if I do tell them to do a little something, it's always, hey, why don't we do this? It's always a good way. I'm not going to be one, Cameron, you need to do this now. I'm not one of those kind of guys. So.
Even though you are a chief.
Well, I am that, but I'm not a real hard-nosed person. So, band starts up July 17th. It's going to be very, very hot for the band. Oh, I guess band camp maybe. Oh no, this will be the first year coming up that I don't have a kid in school. I mean, I do. I got one in Kansas. He's in, but I mean, I'm talking about in high school, local school. So, yeah, Mark, Cameron is an excellent storm chaser, and we got some cool stuff, some fun stuff on the way we're working on now, and I hope to include you in on it. So hopefully that'll be something we can get with you here on pretty soon. But that's still probably a few months down the road, but you're going to like it. I think you
We
especially.
don't got nothing to chase here anyways right now. Unless
chase-
you want to go chase 100 degrees.
We can go chase that. You can go send you out there and chase some sun,
No.
clouds.
No.
I think it'd be really funny to put Cameron out there in the hot weather and just have him report there, just have him sit out there in the hot
Well,
weather.
you've seen those reports. They're like, like for example, you've seen the one who's out there in the snowstorm. He's just a general reporter. He's not a meteorologist. They stuck him out there to talk about the weather. I think it was Michigan. They got a snowstorm or something like that. They're like, how's it going out there? He's like, well, I had got to come from my bed to come out here and stand in the freezing cold, and there's 2 feet of snow on the ground. He's like, I'm not doing that well. That'd be me, except instead of snow, it'd be the heat.
Cameron doesn't do well with heat.
No.
But I still think it would be great to put Cameron out there and just see how long it takes before he starts to sunburn.
Ooh, I didn't. When I was a kid, I didn't sunburn for nothing, but now.
Well, that's how I was too. I used to be when I was a kid growing up in Mississippi. I never had hardly any clothes. I'd wear shorts. That was it. Barefoot, no shirt on. Okay. I never burned. I was dark, and then as I gotten older,
he's from Mississippi.
Yep.
They do that.
Yep. Now as I got that's right. And now that I've gotten older, man, if I go outside without without sleeves on, man, I just get burned so fast. And
that would be fun. Having me go to band camp. I mean, I can't play a tuba, but I can try to play a tuba.
Have you ever seen American Pie where you never watched the American? Well, that won't be any fun to talk about because there's some American Pie stories there. It'd be really fun.
I think I should be put out into band camp with a tuba for a day.
Yeah, that would be fun. So.
And then make it a challenge for how many times Cameron complains about the heat.
You'd be hot and sweaty, especially if they're out there on that turf.
But I want the most uncomfortable instrument, like the tuba.
That would be a big one. I don't know, either that or that big drum, boom, 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 boom thing. That'd be pretty good too there. So.
If I was a guy at the drum, I'd be into it.
I think we ought to put him out there in full pads and let him go 2-a-days with those guys out there. And
I'm past my prime. No,
I think that'd be fun.
I haven't hit my prime.
I think that of course if you put Jaden out there, he'd be flattening and hurting everybody.
Not me. I'm a wall.
But now Cameron would be out there like a teddy bear. He'd be getting pushed around and he would be getting hot and stuff. So Ty says that would make a good drinking game. But you know what we say? We don't do alcohol in the heat of the summer, man. We don't do that outside.
It's too hot. It's just all I drink right now is water. That's all you can drink.
I drink water and tea, and then my wife gets these drinks called ice from Walmart, and they're really good. They're sugar free, but they're really good.
Sparkling ones.
Yeah, man, they're so good. I drink those too. So I need to eat better, but I haven't been eating. Like right now, I don't have nothing cooked at the house, and I'm not going to go home and cook. So I'll probably eat a salad. And sometimes when you just eat leafy vegetables, you know what happens, don't you?
No.
When you just eat like a salad, it can hurt your stomach. So a few weeks ago, I ate a salad for dinner. I ate a big salad for dinner, and it's the first time this ever happened to me. I came to work, and 10 o'clock newscast. It was time for weather, and my stomach started gurgling. It hurt bad. I was like, oh, I got to go. So they had to take weather and float weather. I said, Ashley, you're going to have to float weather. And float weather means you're going to have to push it back. That's the first time I've ever had to do that. I mean, it was we're 1 minute before we got on the weather, and I had to go to the bathroom. So when you eat leafy vegetables, that sometimes can happen. So if you're watching the news tonight at 10 o'clock and I'm not on my normal time, then you'll know I'm probably had to float weather again. So. Yeah, you got to make fun of yourself sometimes. You got to laugh at some of yourself.
Hey, if you want someone to be honest, just talk to Ken Johnson. He's pretty honest.
I'm going to be. Listen, I'm an open book, man. I will tell you like it is. I don't hold back. I don't like drama, but I don't hold. I don't hold back. I just tell people. I am the same I am here with you, than I am on TV. Although you say I'm not. But I'm just me. That's all. Just me. All right, so we were about to talk about something here in a minute, and this is a controversial subject. And that thing about, we were just talking about how folks disagree with you. And this is it. So when you start talking about climate change and climate in general, there are two sides of this, and it's unfortunately very political. Now, I'm not saying that everybody is this way on the right or the left, but this is the kind of the way it goes. The left, meaning your more liberal bunch, talks a lot about global warming, and a lot of it's based upon science and data and those kinds of things, and that's not false by any means. I'm not saying that's false, but then you go to the right. This would be the more conservative side of things, and not everybody that's on the right feels this way, but I'm saying that you do have some over here on the right that would probably say that it's a hoax and climate change isn't real or nothing like that. So, I'm going to dig into it a little bit. I'm not going to get it, and unfortunately, it is a little bit of a political type thing, and I'm trying not to be, because I am not a political guy. I try to steer clear of that. Because the whole thing saying, you know, if you don't agree with somebody, then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're getting canceled. So, and we don't want that.
But we're scientists.
We're scientists. So I'm going to give you a Ken Brain thought on the whole thing at this point in time, all right?
I'll let you talk, and then I'll dabble in when you want me to.
Well, you're a young person, and I appreciate that. So this is data. This is global temperatures. This is just statistics. And this was taken from 1850. We don't know how accurate data would be, though, 1850 probably through this point in time here. Your data probably isn't super accurate. You know, temperature gauge. I mean, you could take a temperature and whatnot back then, but, you know, how accurate that is, I don't know. Weather technology started getting better in here and really ramped up into this area here. So, you know, you're thinking you got better, more reliable information here as opposed to over here. So if you notice one thing with this, Cameron, these temperatures, the blue would represent a period of much cooler weather. And then as we get over here into this side of things, the blue turns to red fast. But my thoughts on this, and again, it's just a thought. I'm not saying one way or the other. You definitely do see a incline in temperatures right into here. But, you know, remember what I was saying, how technology got better, and it just so happens that the temperature started getting hotter as the technology and the data and the instruments we have, you know, got better and more sophisticated as opposed to over in here. So I wonder, and again, it's just a thought, if that has anything to do with it. What do you think?
Excuse me. Yeah, I do think that it does have a thing. Well, one of the big things that came in, I don't remember the exact year, but I talked about this back in the spring, was the internet was very revolutionary for weather data.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Especially, not just storing it and transferring it and communicating it. That, the internet really made some changes to it. And then you have that, and then satellite coverage increased. And I mean, you're looking only at temperatures, so it depends on maybe say, again, this is just kind of off the top of my head. Maybe 2000, we just suddenly had thermometers. I'm not saying they were better, but maybe you have better thermometers. You have more thermometers. You have more readings.
More, yeah, exactly, more.
So it's the thing with this is that there are a lot of variables that we don't really have answers to.
That's right. That's right.
There's just a lot that goes into it, but again, it's just a lot of unknowns at the end with this.
And when I've talked to climatologists that are just 100% fact-based, science-based, and when you start asking them about climate change, the one common thing they always say is we really don't have enough information to know. Yes, we do see a rise in temperatures, but we don't have enough information to know, what the end result. Our models show this happening, and they've been pretty accurate. We're warming faster than what they're actually showing. But again, you go back to this, though, Cameron, and I just can't help but feel, though, that some of this in here has to do with better, more accurate, more reliable technology. Now, I'm not saying that temperatures aren't getting warmer, because they are, but maybe the technology has something to do with that. So that's kind of one of my train of thoughts. And again, the world is very, 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 very old. I mean, how old? We really don't know. Scientists say, 5 billion years old, but unless you were here at the conception of the world, you really don't know. I mean, it's basically just a guess. I mean, since we've got the James Webb Telescope out there in outer space, we've learned a lot of things about space that we thought were true or not true at all, and vice versa. So, I mean, we really don't know. So, and through the period, I mean, if you could go back here, let's say back to the, let's say back in the dinosaur era or whatnot, you probably see peaks and valleys with weather, peaks and valleys. We know we've had ice ages. We know we've had periods of global warming, and and that's another thing too. This could be just another climate norm. It just could be a normal earthly process.
Something that jumps out to me too, just kind of looking at just this graphic alone. Leave the graphic. No.
Oh, sorry. Go back with it. Yeah.
If you look underneath global temperature change, you see the parentheses there where it says relative to 1971 2000 average. It's just kind of, I'm just kind of nitpicking this graphic right now, but that's. Like, what do you think? Like, that's a small sample when you're comparing.
Yeah.
Over 150 years of data.
Yeah.
So
it's relatively. Yeah, it's small.
It's relative. It's small.
But I do know this, that you do see in the Arctic regions of the world, you do see a decrease in the polar ice caps. You are seeing that. I know for a fact we do see that in both Arctic Circle and Antarctica. But again, is this something that just normally happens, or is this something that, you know, that man is actually? My thoughts on man-made climate change would be more deforestation and more urbanized areas with more concrete. You know, there's this thing called urban heat island. You know, the asphalt and the concrete is going to create more heat, and that is also something you've seen a big spike now in the last, you know, at least especially in the last 10 years here of a lot of urbanization, especially in Texas now. So that too is going to play a role in it. You know, less trees, more concrete, hotter temperatures.
So, if not to kind of deviate, but it kind of, you know, it's still on topic, but maybe something else you should talk about in terms of climate change is a very big confusion within the public is weather versus climate. What's the difference?
Well, weather, I mean, climate is something that, you know, is taken like over a long period of time. I mean, that's climate. Climatological data is basically history, okay? Weather history, it's just called climatology. Weather in general is what's going on outside, sunshine, hot temperature, rain, that kind of stuff. That is weather. And we are meteorologists. I am not a climatologist, and neither are you. Right. That's a whole separate degree for that. So, you know, I'm not an expert on the subject. I'm just speaking off of my knowledge of weather and just, you know, just kind of my assumptions on things. And this is certainly not meant to make anybody upset or mad or anything like that. It's just, I'm just giving you my opinions and my thoughts on the whole situation. And I could be dead wrong. And, you know, the data is what the data is. Right. So, you know, it certainly, you know, it's possible that that climate change is going to end the world here soon. But I've also been hearing that for a long time too, and we're still here, still thriving. But, you know, people say, well, we got more hurricanes now. Well, we've always had a lot of hurricanes. I know the number of significant hurricanes is increased a bit. But again, better technology shows that, especially with the satellites and whatnot.
Back then, you know, 30, you know, 40, 50 years ago, however long ago it was, we couldn't see the fish storms. We didn't have satellites.
That's right.
Now, like, you know, for all we know, there's probably been a lot of hurricanes way back when that we couldn't see because we didn't have technology to see into the ocean the way we do now with our satellites and all that. So, you know, there's probably a lot of storms that just weren't documented because we just didn't know about it because we didn't have the technology to know about it.
Yeah, I mean, you think back, Hurricane Camille was in what, 69? That hit the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Category 5 hurricane. I think I had winds 175. You know, we haven't had a hurricane that's been that strong at landfall since then. We've had more major hurricanes, but again, it's and the water temperatures are very, very warm. I'm not disputing that, but you know, I mean, we've always had weather is weather, and climate is climate. We've always had, you know, big tornadoes. We've always had hurricanes. We've always had heat waves. We've always had Arctic cold outbreaks. We've always had all of that. In my opinion, weather today isn't much different than it was 30 years ago.
No, I agree.
Not much different.
I wasn't alive 30 years ago.
So. I was though, and I know I was just a kid at that time, but it doesn't seem like it was much different then. And these are some June average temperatures. I'm assuming this is Wichita Falls.
This is Wichita Falls, pulled from Shepherd.
So I mean, you can see in the month of June, you know, we've had some really, really hot above average, but you've also seen in there where we've had several months in there that are below average. But it looks like we've had more warmer months than we have had cooler months. Is that accurate?
I'd say so. Yeah. Yeah. Anything orange or higher than that bar is going to be your above average. You know, the way I broke it down was within, you know, 1 degree, 2 degree, and then 3+.
Well, I mean, it's the same though. It's just up and down. You know, some years a little warmer than others, but you do see maybe a little bit of an increase in hotter temperatures there. But then you go through cool. That's what I'm talking about, Cameron. Weather just goes in cycles. That's just how it is. Some years we have more tornadoes than others. We had a lot of tornadoes in parts of the country this year. You know, and Texas was real active. So was Oklahoma. But you know, right here in this part of the country, it wasn't incredibly active. We had a couple events, but I'd say it's kind of just average.
Well, I'll say, you know, talk about, you know, the big debate for the past couple of years. Recently has been, you know, is Tornado Alley shifting east? And look at this year, the Southeast barely saw anything.
Barely saw. Matter of fact, very little activity. You know, but a lot of it. Again, I'm saying this. I think the reason why is because social media. You got more people storm chasing over there now because they got their cell phones and they can show the stuff in the videos and whatnot. So you're seeing more reports. You're seeing more of that because of the technology. Now, I will say this, here in Tornado Alley, it's hit or miss. Some years it's really great, really big and really active. Other years, not so much.
Right.
Amarillo, I don't think had any tornado, but very few tornado warnings in the Amarillo area this year.
There wasn't much in the Panhandle. From
Yeah, it wasn't
a lot
much.
of it was set focused, truthfully, kind of close to our area. In terms, I mean, I'm thinking locally.
Kind of like south towards Abilene.
Yeah.
That's where most of it was.
Yeah.
It's kind of Abilene southward.
kinda-
That's typical El Nino does
Right.
that though.
Like, we had, looking at Texoma, we had our share of warnings. We didn't really see too much in terms of what actually produced.
Couple events, you chased a couple ones. The big one you got up there, Frederick, in the middle of the night. That was a big one. I was on vacation and we missed the one there in Altus, and that's I thought about coming in, but my parents were here. It was graduation weekend. I didn't come in, and then you were on the Windthorst tornado, but we had to pull you off of that because we had another storm that was headed towards Wichita Falls. Not that we were, neglecting Windthorst, but we felt like it was, we got a tornado warning for our most populated city in the area. We've got to put our focus on that. But again, we've got some things coming down the pipe that will probably fix that situation, and I cannot wait. So I'm going to quickly go and see if we have many questions here. Probably not. Yeah, I mean, we really don't there. So, but I do appreciate you guys, getting on here with us here and watching us here this evening. And we'll be doing more of this, even though we've got less than 20 people watching this. So I guess people don't even want to hear it. We got to stay.
But maybe we can, give it time. Maybe people go on. Maybe they're busy right now. Maybe they go.
Well,
back and
it
watch
is. It's an evening where it is. But the thing is, it'll be on the website. It'll be on the Facebook page. You can go back and watch it if you want to. It might be something that we can kind of chop it up here and put some videos out there. They can see it and hear our thoughts on it and some. But a lot of fun stuff on the horizon. We're going to get some interviews with some good people.
You know a lot of people in the industry.
Well, I mean, it's not just weather. I mean, and Jade knows a lot. Caleb Williams. Maybe we can get Caleb Williams on here. You'd like to talk to Caleb?
Do we want to talk to him before the season or after the season? Because that might depend on how I do.
Well, you'd have to get with him like right away because the season's about here. They're going to be training camp stepping in here really, really soon. So, and I'll throw this out there real fast too. This is a fun graphic that I made, Cameron. Hot days like today, college football. We're 51 days away from college football weekend. I mean, I think there's a game or maybe some games earlier than that, but the main college football weekend is 51 days. I cannot wait for this college football season because I love the fact that we have a playoff now, a real playoff, and I'm interested to see how Texas and OU does in the SEC. I think it's going to be interesting.
I think Texas does better than Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm not looking for big things from Oklahoma. I think they'll win 6 or 7 games, but we'll have that conversation down the road.
We have post-Saban Alabama this year too.
Yeah, post-Saban Alabama. That'll be interesting. I think Alabama's going to still be good. I don't think they're going to be bad. But we'll talk about that later on. First NFL football game, which will be the Chiefs. Who are they playing? Do you remember?
I don't remember who they're playing.
Anyway, whoever they're playing, I hope that the Chiefs get beat because I'm sick of the Chiefs. But anyway, that's 56 days away. The official arrival of fall is 73. Halloween, which is your favorite holiday of the year, Cameron.
No, Christmas, Halloween second.
Okay, well, Halloween, 112 days away, and my favorite holiday of the year is Thanksgiving is 140 days away, and then Christmas would be 25 days after that. So, we got some good times coming, but at least for the next month and a half, 2 months.
Another big holiday.
What's that?
August 24th.
What is that?
My birthday.
Oh.
And it's hotter than hell this year too.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be at Hotter in Hell and celebrate my birthday.
Well,
we'll have a cake at 5 in the morning.
Well, I'll be the one that's half awake out there. So, but no, Hotter in Hell's a lot of fun. We always enjoy that. It sucks to have to get up super early, but once you get out there and around other people, it's so much fun. But after the race has started and whatnot, and the action is dying down, you crash pretty fast. So. Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited about that. Well, I mean, again, and it could be, Cameron, I'm streaming on YouTube here today too, so I mean, it could be that the algorithms just didn't like me, so, but we really have nobody on here today, so folks, we got to do better than that. If we don't get better viewerships, I'm not going to stay past 7 o'clock here. So, we got to do better. We've got to get more people. This is something fun we're doing. You're going to have fun with it. You're going to laugh with this. You'll cry with this. We're going to have a lot of fun with doing this here too. Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, I could step on your foot and you might cry. I don't know. So, I think that Mark Smith, Oklahoma State, I think they make the playoffs this year. I think they win the Big 12, and I think they make the playoffs. I think they'll be better than OU.
Has Chris been sitting in the newsroom the whole time just listening?
Chris, I told you to come out here and be with us. I said, Chris, come out here and chat with us, but,
He's probably sitting in the newsroom right now just sitting there listening.
Yep, old Chris, old
See,
Chris.
Give
So,
it like 30 seconds. We'll see if he pops in here.
I got to go, man. It's already past 7. My wife's gonna think I'm out cheating on her or something. So, why are you so late getting home? Well, I was doing a Facebook Live with Cameron, so
Oh,
he was eating his sandwich. All right, Chris. Well, we're about to jump off here anyway, so maybe next time you can come out here. All right, well, Weatherman Camp, been fun, and you enjoy your trip. Have fun on your little trip tomorrow, and
so
we
you're
will.
not taking me to Dallas.
No, I'm not. I'm not taking you to Dallas.
Please?
No, I'm not. I'm not getting up at 4 a.m. and taking you to Dallas. No,
What do you think of
no, absolutely not. You're gonna have to do that yourself. That's not
I'll
on
buy
me.
you a tank of gas.
No,
Come on.
No.
It's quality time.
no,
You got to pick me up Sunday morning as well.
no. No, absolutely not. You're gonna have to go pay park and pay or whatever it is they got down there to park at. You're gonna have to do it
Oh
yourself.
my gosh. See, this is what I work with. This is what I work with.
know.
Doesn't want to help me out ever.
I'm a horrible boss. I know that. So I know that. So. All right, y'all have a good one too, guys. Thanks for joining us here. We're looking for this again next week. We're gonna try to do some interviews with some people and have some fun with it. So, all right, peace out, folks. Are you doing kissy lips?
Oh, you're supposed to end it.
No, you go. Peace out, folks.